Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Will and DeShaun Show podcast. DeShaun, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am doing amazing. So today's podcast is about pronouns. He, her, she, him,
It,
them,
that,
they.
sis.
What do you go by? So, DeShaun, what are your pronouns? What's the pronoun that you go by?
I'm a guy. I go by all the guy pronouns.
Are you really a guy?
I was born a man, and I am a man.
There's a lot of people who were born men and now transitioned over to be women. I heard that's what you was giving. DeShaun did used to have hair. You know, he's a trans man.
So hair makes you
he was a trans woman at first. Now he's a trans man.
Hair makes you a woman. Is that all it takes? Well, that's slapping the face of a woman.
That's a part of it.
They said all you gotta do is have some hair, you can be a woman.
And get y'all girls some hair.
But I go by the male pronouns. I mean, I'm a guy. So, what pronouns do you go by?
Mrs. She, him. No.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, in all honesty, for real.
Uh-huh.
I do go by all male pronouns. Of course, I go by him.
Right.
You know, he, sir, Mr.
Huh.
Depend on who I'm talking to.
Right. So, far as pronouns, in the gay community, a lot of people go by different pronouns. I know a lot of gay guys use female pronouns a lot.
We do.
Yeah, often.
Why? Okay. Let's say, okay. Why is that? Why do we use the she pronoun a lot?
I don't know. You tell me, because I don't use the pronoun often. I kind of just call
it's a part of the lingo.
Okay. I call people what they want to be called.
And of course, people be like, hey, sis. But it's not like we all know each other, our guys. I think it's more of a tongue-in-cheek kind of fun thing to do. And a lot of people, and most people do relate. Most people do probably relate to women. But we know we're not women. We know we're not girls or sisters, should we say. But it's just one of those things. I think it's one of those fun tongue-in-cheek things to do.
Right.
Because I know some people do not like. Now, here's the thing: when it comes down to using pronouns within the gay community, you cannot use them outside of your circle because you don't know how people feel about them or how people take offense.
So nobody can just walk up to you and say, "Hey, girl."
Yeah, that's a no.
Okay, that's a no.
That's a hell no. Because first of all, you don't know me. We don't have that rapport.
Right.
I remember one of my other best friends. I used to hate. I'm worse than how DeShaun acts with me. I used to hate to be called any female pronoun, period. Like, because I was also a homophobic homosexual. So I didn't like to go by those titles. I was a man, I'm a man, you're going to address me as a man. So that's how I always is. But my friend kept saying it, no matter how I did not like it.
Right.
Until now, I don't really mind it. Not to say that I'm okay with it, should I say? I guess I can't say I'm okay with it because I know he doesn't mean it by any harm to it, or he's not doing it as a derogatory thing. It's just playful, colorful language within the gay community. And so, I mean, it's cool. I have fun with it. I call the girls all the time, but only the girls that's in my inner circle or people that I am close acquaintance with. I don't use it to demean or as a derogatory to any one of my friends. And if my friends really don't like it or they feel like it's derogatory to them, I will try to refrain myself from saying it.
You ain't stop calling me girl.
Girl, because then I'm going to stop calling you girl. Girl, and I'm not going to stop girl. Girl. No, but, you know, like if it like really is a thing where it's like, if you really just don't feel like way or whatever, I'll be like, okay, whatever, cool, you in your bag, whatever. But I don't use it outside of that in particular circle. And I do respect everybody. You know, I do respect people in general, and I won't use it, again, outside of my circle. If I see other random gays or other gay men that's out in public, and I won't say girl to them. I say, hey, how you doing? You know, and I'll dress them accordingly. Even though it's just a fun tongue-in-cheek thing that I do within my friend circle, that's still not my everyday language. So let me make sure I clear that up. Because I don't want people just thinking like, girl. It's not really like that. You know. But at the end of the day, I think it's on a respect level. And that goes down, see, what we do have a problem with is females. So a lot of females get gay friends, and when they get around other gay people, they think it's okay to use the female pronouns with you, and it's not. But what they gay friends did not tell them that you cannot do that outside of them.
So why can't they do it?
You don't know me like that.
Okay, gotcha.
We don't have a rapport.
Right. But do you have any female friends who you let call you girl?
No.
Okay, so you don't. That's a no for you when it comes to females.
Yeah.
I understand. Gotcha. As far as the whole girl thing, I personally would rather be called a man and male pronouns.
We know you a man.
But that's just what I prefer.
You know that, right?
I do.
We know that.
But that's just what I prefer. To me, it's just
Girl,
like,
No.
I'm rarely like super offended by stuff. But to me, it's just like a black person who don't want to be called nigga. Some black people don't like to be called nigga.
Nigga what?
Yeah, some. And you know, like I said, I call you what you want to be called. If you don't want me to call you something, I ain't going.
You know what? I get it. You know, like
Yeah.
I said, I will respect people's wishes on that. And again, like I said, I'm not talking like this all the time. I do it for tongue-in-cheek fun shit. I want to just do it to like fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
And I
like,
never really personally, I don't know, I just never really picked up on it.
right. And I
Even though I understand what people are saying
But
when
like
they
you said,
say it.
I also do get it, like you said, in the term of people using nigger or the people of using like faggot and
I don't like that
other
word.
derogatory words like
That have become, I guess.
the quote unquote taking back the power words. Like
Right.
you can call me gay,
Stigmatized.
you can call me homosexual, you can call me. Probably after that, that's nothing. But like, call me a faggot or a punk.
I don't like
Or
faggot.
you know, and punks are the kind of new, is a new term that the gays have taken back as well. They've been kind of like, oh, the punks doing the like you punks doing the most, you know, something like that. But you know, I don't really.
You don't like being called a punk?
No.
Do you think that make you seem like you're being called weak?
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
And I'm far from that.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, he gonna swing.
I mean, I just might. And I'm not a violent person at all, but there are certain things that people cannot call me. And I feel like there's, you know, calling people girl is like how females call each other bitch. You know, it's like, hey, bitch, girl, bitch, yeah.
I say bitch.
You know, stuff like
Bitch,
that.
please.
But, you know,
I say bitch to guys. I say bitch to straight guys.
But it's in a way that you say a thing.
Right.
You know, you can, if like you know the word punk, it's the how you say it. You know what I'm saying? It's all how you say it, but like faggot and stuff like that.
I can't
Like,
get with using
these
that.
sissies is too much.
I can't get with using faggot casually. Now, I really can't get with that.
I agree.
I just don't like.
I agree. But it's like, man, y'all faggots play too much. Like, okay. What?
Because I ain't there yet.
Right. I'm like, hold on, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, pump your brakes a little bit.
Right.
You know, some things you cannot, I still won't accept.
Right.
Even the word nigga. Like, even.
I mean, you best to be black if you calling me that.
You
Like,
cannot be black and not call me nigga.
Right.
You cannot even be a Latino and call me a nigga, low key.
Like I don't like when no other race use the N word.
Me either.
Like I'm not gonna fight you or nothing, but I don't like when.
That's why I
any
don't like
other
when
race
I don't like
uses
when
the N-word.
I don't like people outside the gay community use gay slang.
It depends on what it is.
To me, it's the same thing.
Well,
To me, I'm just speaking for Will.
But when you say gay slang, because like all gay slang are just like girl.
Both.
Okay. That's
Because I always feel like, again, you know, gay slang and any slang, black slang, whatever.
Right.
You know, these are things how we communicate and talk in code amongst other people, and this was our language that we know that other people didn't know. Because we could be talking or may not be talking about somebody outside of that quote unquote community, and we can say it in our terms. You know what I'm saying?
So what would be gay slang?
What ain't gay? Well, I don't know now because everything is taken. Of course, shade. What's the tea? Miss Mama's now is the new little gay slang the little girls come with. Hey girl, hey, and all this other stuff. You know, the shades.
Right. I mean, slang gets carried around, but the word nigga to me that's because that word has a history behind it. So that to me that's a little, just like the word faggot. Like this history behind, even though I don't like using that word at all.
Faggots is a group stick. So
Yeah, it's you know what I'm saying. when one word just means something completely different.
But you know,
coming from
also
someone
the word
else.
fag means cigarette overseas.
Right. Yeah, both words mean different things, but yeah. Only black people can call me nigga. I don't like being called faggot, period. So.
Me either.
Yeah. But when it comes to like tea, shade, and just lingo, I don't care about that.
I do.
Yeah, I don't be caring.
I do. Because I don't want no fish woman coming up to me saying,
fish. Speaking of, say what you
another
about
gay
to
lingo.
say.
That's another gay lingo. Fish. That's what we call women, fish. I want the girl coming to me, what's the tea? What? I don't know.
Why does that bother you so, though?
Because y'all take away what's precious and dear to us, and y'all take it and use it and take devalue it and just take it down to it's not nothing.
Did they take it or were they giving it?
They took it.
No, I think they were giving it.
They ain't give that.
They didn't sneak up and do like this and put their ear next to a door and hurt some gay
mango. It was
mango.
a little both. It was a bit of both.
I think they were giving it.
It was, and I do blame the gay people for that.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I feel like it's an even exchange amongst women.
Then what they get back in exchange?
I think
nothing.
I think it's an even exchange.
So what's the exchange, DeShaun?
I think guys get a lot of their, especially gay guys, the more effeminate gay guys, get a lot of their styles and grace from women. So I feel like it's an even exchange.
Whatever.
I do.
I do. Whatever. Okay, we can agree to disagree on that.
Yeah, I think. And
I don't think they gave back.
I think
this got stolen to become a tool and an accessory. But that's just how I feel.
I just don't get mad at lingo like that. Even with black lingo or anyone's lingo.
I feel the same way about black lingo.
Yeah. You don't like other people use black lingo?
Hell no. I don't. Because it's, again, you take away. We are magical. We're flavorful. We're artistic. I think we just amazing.
When anything gets popular, it's gonna get
right, and then
stolen.
And once it gets stolen, don't it lose the value?
Yeah.
And once white people start using words that are cool in the hip hop community or black community,
it loses its cool.
It loses cool, and then we come up with something else.
I mean that's lingo. That's what happens. You know, that's just how it is. Whatever. Don't get too attached to the
You're
words.
right.
Yeah.
But again, that's like to go back to pronouns. There's just like somebody could be like, "Hey, girl, how do you feel about that?" Or somebody who isn't even a black gay person. How do you feel about white gays? Be like, "Hey, girl."
I don't like when white gays talk to me. Period. It's like I'm joking. Let me take that back. But I'm not so offended by a girl that when another gay person calls me, I'm automatically, I'm
okay.
Yeah.
Speaking since we're in the gay realm,
right?
How do you feel when white gays take on this black woman's persona thing that they do? You notice that a lot lately?
Yeah. It's very, it's funny. But like I said, just like when I was talking about the evening exchange thing. Now I feel like black women have this really strong persona that a lot of people pick from.
Black people got flavor,
and white people steal it. Shit. So I mean, that goes right along with white people stealing flavor. Yeah, from white people to the
woo, they colonize everything, no?
Right. So I mean, it just fits to who they are.
True. T.
Yeah, people steal what's cool. Black people are usually.
But what do you think about them like straight stealing a whole persona though? Like we see a lot of like white gays who steal this whole sassy black woman thing. You notice that a lot with the white gays. Mm-hmm. Like that's it that all the black gays don't do it, but it's more so once in the white gay community where they have this sassy black woman character that they play and they try to be all sassy and like how black women are, and it comes off so
caricature.
Yeah,
I can see that. Yeah, I do get how you feel. Like I totally understand it. I think a lot of times when people are just trying to be gay, a lot of times
they be trying too hard.
Yeah, and a lot of times they go for. Because I feel like black women, in my opinion, can be like really sassy and feminine and very attitude having.
Black women are strong. They're sassy. They're feminine.
Yes.
They're very powerful.
Yeah, and I think that's easy to mimic in a lot of different ways. So I think a lot of times you go after what's easy to mimic. And I feel like a lot of the strongest artists of our day is, our black women. So that kind of plays into it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think, they just kind of pick from what's like the strongest energy. And white people have done that for years. Like they've stolen
everything,
quote unquote, all of culture. You know what I'm saying? They
what makes us unique?
Yeah, exactly. They've always done that. So, why stop now?
You're right. So that lies into the whole white privilege that white gay men have as well. Because a lot of times they do steal our things and try to make them their own.
Right, exactly.
Not just from being a sassy black woman.
And they stole pride.
they did steal pride. They stole pride.
Oh shit.
Pride was started by black and Latino people of color.
Right.
It started as a riot and an activism thing for trans people of color, and they did steal it.
And then you do have your white people who are or your white gays who are just kind of white. And aren't.
Yeah, not everybody's a caricature, or not everybody's trying to be something that they're not, but there are a lot of people like, yes, girl, ooh. It's always the extraness of it, of who they not authentically.
Right.
And we see that a lot within gay people too. Let's go back into the whole thing of lingo, characterization of gay people in general, especially within the black community too, because I feel like a lot of times if you hang around a certain group of people, you begin to
pick up their lingo.
You pick up their lingo and you take on their mannerisms as well. Because they say if you be around a whole bunch, I guess we would say effeminate gay men, 9 times out of 10, you're probably end up going to be effeminate or flamboyant as well, or take on their flamboyant personality. I guess if you hang around a more of a masculine gay men or gay guys who are more of the, I guess, heteronormative kind of way, you'll be that way. Or you could find the in-between where you find the healthy medium where you embrace your feminism as well as your masculinity, we could just take this piece from Pose, the last season that we just watched, how Ricky Praytel was dealing with, even though from our outside visual of Praytel, we see a more of an effeminate man.
I mean, you host balls.
And he's very flamboyant. He has a flamboyant personality, but it was so funny how he was afraid to embrace his feminine side.
But it's like, it seemed like he was embracing his feminine side. He didn't seem like the type that was insecure about.
Right, but come to find out he was.
Yeah.
He was, and because of his upbringing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's so funny how his boyfriend Ricky, who is more on the masculine side of things and masculine presenting side, embraced his femininity, and how he now is like both. He's basically like what we call a butch queen. He embraced his masculinity as well as his femininity. And I think that's a lot of times that what we don't do as gay men, because we sometimes do have so many gay men who are on the masculine leaning side who kind of disown or kind of like try to push away their feminine side of them or the feminine energy that they may have, right? Because they don't really look like less than a man. And then we have the really flamboyant kind of gay men or effeminate gay men who might not be leaning on the masculine structure be put down, but because you're more passing, you don't embrace both sides.
Right. I think everyone has both sides. Gay and straight have both masculine and feminine energy. And I think finding a balance in that, I think it's a part of coming into your own.
Absolutely. I will speak for myself and I'll give my own personal testimony.
And feminine energy isn't necessarily doing quote unquote, or masculine energy isn't necessarily doing quote unquote feminine or masculine things. Right.
That's why I said I will give my own personal testimony. For me, being homophobic when I was young and knowing that I was a gay male, but I was very homophobic. I was very anti anything that was gay. I didn't want to do anything gay. I didn't hang around gay people. Until I met one of my best friends is when I I begin to embrace me in its totality. And I'm not I'm not an effeminate man or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy. If you would actually see me in real life, you know, you'd be like, oh, okay, you know, you wouldn't think that of me, but it's one of those things I had to embrace and love. I had to embrace and love the fact that I was gay. I had to embrace and love the fact that I like gay things, and I was intrigued by them, and I like the colorful lingo, and I like to speak the lingo sometimes. I had to embrace that because it was so many years that I fought against that part of my life, and now I am equal. I would say equal in both areas, and I've embraced my totality and I guess would say my feminine energy or gay energy or whatever, and my masculinity.
Right. I think it's all about just embracing who you are.
I actually had not an issue, but I was at work, and people are always trying to clock to see
Always.
if you gay or not. And because I have been used to hiding, at a point in my life I was used to hiding and never talk about it. I kind of felt that same way at this particular job, but I was like, you know what? I don't think this is the environment to share that yet. My last job, I told my boss, because he always would like talk about girls with me and like what kind of women you like and all this stuff all the time, and I'd be like, in my mind, I'd be like,
that's what you say. I like men.
And on top of it, like I don't like women like in that way, you know what I'm saying? Like I think women are very beautiful. I find women very attractive, but I don't like them in a sexual sense. And I told him, I said I'm gay. I like men. He was like, oh, cool. And he respected me for that. We still have he was like he became my advocate and my ally in a sense.
Come on, ally.
He became an ally for me.
I think, well, at my job, I work in the restaurant industry.
To all y'all queens.
There was a time when I was concerned with being clocked. I've grown out of that. I don't really care at this point. But I definitely went through when I was coming of age and coming into my own and maturing, and as I continue to mature, because I ain't, I'm still a work in progress in a lot of different ways. But there was a time when I was concerned with people wondering what I was, and then it's like I wasn't really concerned until you start getting asked a bunch of questions.
Okay.
That was more so what made me concerned. Other than that, I was kind of in my own world. But then when people started to get in my business, I was like, okay.
Right, and because I live a private life, and I feel like there's certain things, I tell people at every job I ever work at, there's a separation between church and state. And what that means is, who I am and what I do outside of this place has nothing to do with what's going on right here.
Right.
I am here to do whatever service or whatever that they're paying me for. This has nothing to do with my personal life, and we're going to keep those two separate.
But nowadays, it's like, just so I can shut shit down and get you out my face, I do that.
Oh, don't get me wrong. If you ask me, I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want you to, like you said, basically shut you the hell up. But you have to know your audience.
And it does help having other gay guys in your workplace.
Unfortunately, in mine, it's not that way. My workplace is very female driven.
Right.
And it's really, I would say 98% of women. And it's only like 3% guys, 2% guys really at my job. So you have to be very selective on what you tell people.
Right. And then with restaurants, everyone kind of, we spend a lot of time together. Like, we start to go to drinks after work together, and you start to do this together and that together. And yeah.
There's only one workplace that I've had where me and my coworkers were actually friends outside of work.
Right.
And I kind of put a limit on that also when I started working other jobs. Right. Because you can't be friends with everybody.
Most definitely. Like, I ain't going out with the whole staff. We all going out, but, it just, I took the weight out of that, out of my revelation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just put too much into certain things. You give it too much power, and we put so much into it. It's like you're giving other people that power. If y'all understand what I'm saying. I said it the wrong way. I'm sure if y'all,
No, that also go with the pronoun things. If sometimes if people call you something.
Right. At this point, it's like, well, I'm gonna get mad when somebody call me a girl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, People being called a nigger from a white person. I don't like it, and I'm not gonna let you do it.
With
But
the ER. Okay.
I'm not gonna get a bottle and hit you upside the head with it. Like Will is like, I will.
For the nigger word?
You will fight somebody if someone call you the N-I-G-G-E-R word?
Hell yes.
You can't fight over no word.
Shit. You gonna learn not to call nobody else it. This is for the ancestors. I'm whooping ass for the ancestors.
I'm just not a violent person.
Shit. Neither am I. But that's one word. That's like somebody spitting in your face.
I can't tell you, man. You're not gonna. That's the whole.
That's what I'm saying. The nigger word with the ER is from any other nationality outside of black. It's like somebody spitting in your face. And that's something that
passes. Okay.
And that's the stuff that our ancestors had to endure all their life. Somebody calling you a slur.
Okay, so how can some people would say, well, how do y'all get to call each other nigga and we can't get to it?
We call each other niggas, not niggers.
Well, but for white person call you nigga.
You know, honestly, I don't really use nigga that much.
Right.
And if we could stop saying, we took the power back from it.
Right. So that's our word.
That's our word now.
So a white man can walk up and say, what's up, my nigga?
No. I know, I am of a particular age and I come from a different generation. Now, there are younger generations that are now allowing their outside of black
their
friends
counterparts
to use that word because they feel like it's nothing but a word now.
Yeah. It's more than a word, but I'm not going to fight over a word. I'll say that.
Yeah, and it's
you
not
can be checked over a word.
It's one of those things like, what am I nigga? And you don't really, honestly, I don't even really say that word that often. You know what I'm saying?
I use nigga every day.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I do. But not even in I just know it's a word that's just in my vocabulary.
Right.
I'm not really counting how much
it just
I
rolls
use
off the tongue.
Yeah.
Like, girl.
Nigga, please.
But these niggas are here cutting up.
Came off very natural.
These niggas is acting up. Okay.
Y'all niggas in these Popeyes chicken sandwiches.
It's cutting up.
Right.
Speaking of, we actually got the Popeyes chicken sandwich today. I really enjoyed it. It was good.
It was cool.
DeShaun said Chick-fil-A still better.
To me.
I'm gonna have to give it to Popeyes.
To me.
Chick-fil-A sandwich is still good, but Popeyes is better. That's because Popeyes chicken is better. Popeyes chicken is one of my favorite chicken places out of the fast food chains.
I like Chick-fil-A, and I really like their honey mustard sauce too.
I mean, we ain't gonna get down to the sauces, but that's a whole nother level. But we're talking about like if you want to go get some chicken, like from a fast food joint, Popeyes.
Is there a Popeyes commercial right now? But anyway.
Popeyes has not sponsored this, but they could. But anyway.
But yeah, other than that, I think we've had a pretty decent podcast thus far. Will, you have anything else you need to say?
Follow us on Instagram at The Will and DeShaun Show. You can follow me on Instagram at Best of Black and Best of Black Life. You can follow DeShaun at DeShaun Duran on Instagram. Also, we would like for you to subscribe, hit the notification bell so let you know every time we upload a podcast. Drop down in the comments and tell us the pronouns that you like to be used, or do you like pronouns? Would you let somebody outside of your sector group call you the N-word? Also, do you let somebody outside of your sector group call you a faggot or a gay slur or anything that you feel that's slurish? Let us know.
Don't call me girl.
Bye.